welcome to episode 52, maybe? I'm not even sure anymore. You may have seen that I had to renumber my episodes because I skipped an episode, I don't even know how, and now I don't even know what episode number I am up to. But one day I will figure that out. So welcome back if you are a returning viewer, and a big hello if this is the first time you're joining the Shara Made Podcast. It's a beautiful autumn day here in the Yarra Valley, just outside of Melbourne in Victoria, Australia, and it's a Friday and I'm going to dive straight into my whips. I've got a few. So, which one will I do first? Maybe I'll do this one, right over here. You would have seen this on the last episode, and it's the Sourcebook fitted pullover by Nora Garn. I don't know how to pronounce her name, even still. I'm just up to the back. You can see I'm a little further along now. I've started shaping for the armholes. Bit hard to see. All in one. And the colour is reasonably accurate. There's no white, but it's really dark here, darker than usual. Maybe if I move that out the way, maybe that's just made it worse. Didn't make any difference at all. Great. So this is my fitted Sourcebook pullover. This is actually the back. You'll see it's got the stocking stitch panels on the side and then the reverse stocking stitch panel in the middle. I'm almost up to, probably got about that much to go before I start shaping for the shoulders, and then I'm starting the front. And I'm a little bit worried about the front because it has got a very very elaborate cable panel up the front. So the front's very much the same as the back, but instead of the reverse stocking stitch panel up the front, it's got an extremely elaborate lace and cable panel up the front. And I'm going to have to sit there and mark off each row and look at the chart the entire time I'm knitting it and cross it off every row. So it's going to have to be, it's not going to be a travel project. It's going to have to be one of those ones where I sit down and concentrate on it the whole time. So wish me luck on that, but I'm really enjoying it. Getting through it. I feel confident that I'll have it done before Bendigo. And I actually want to have it done a little bit earlier because I managed to get myself a place in a class that the designer of this sweater is running at the very beginning of July here in Melbourne at a yarn store it's not really local to me, but it's sort of near me. And she's running a cable yoke sweater class workshop. And I managed to get myself a spot in that class, so I'm really happy about that. And I'm hoping to have this sweater finished so I can wear it along to that class, and fingers crossed it looks decent enough to wear it. Anyway, that is that whip. My next whip is this one here, and this is the Majerus shawl by Addie Day Designs. Hello, Deanne. And I've done the body part of it. You can see here. It's quite long, so I can't fit it in the shot, but you get the idea. Beautiful purple colour. And it's going to have a gorgeous lacy border, and the lacy border is going to be in this beautiful sparkly yarn. So you get the idea. These two going together. And this body part is done in half-baked yarn. It's called, that's the brand, Half-Baked. And this one is Moseley Park. And I got this one maybe 2 or 3 years ago at Bendigo, and it's just been languishing in the stash. I'm glad to be using it. And this one I got on Sunday at the Victorian Hand Knitters Guild, or the Hand Knitters Guild of Victoria yarn market in Coburg, which I'll tell you a little bit more about later. And this shawl isn't actually going to be for me. It's for one of my little nieces to wear to my sister's wedding in July. It's at the end of July, and it might possibly be a totally freezing day. I'm worried about the girls being a little bit cold, so I thought I'd make them a nice little shawl each to wear to the wedding. And little Olive absolutely loves purple, so I thought I'd make her a purple shawl. And I'm just about done. I'm hoping to actually wind up this ball this evening and maybe get a start on this border tonight. I'm really excited. The body worked up so quickly, and I only just got the body done with a 100, excuse me, sorry about that, dropped the remainder of the ball. I only just got the body done with a 100 gram skein of yarn. That's all I had left. Like, it's tiny. There's maybe, there's less than 5 grams there. So when I was getting towards the end, because it's made from tip to tip, side to side, I was crocheting really quickly, playing a bit of yarn chicken, hoping I would make it, but I made it with enough to spare. So that was excellent. So I'm hoping to get that done this weekend, finished in plenty of time, because I've got one more shawl to make for my other niece before the wedding. And that one is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be using a pattern that's not being released yet. It doesn't come out until next week, and I'll show you that in the next episode, hopefully. Now, I'll move on to my next whip. What have I got here? Oh, this one. Let me see what I've got here. Oh, good. Had a crochet hook hanging off it, pulling out strands. Excellent. Now, what have I got here? Hopefully I can pull those back in. This is my brioche sweater that I've been working on for ages now, but it's sort of growing a little bit, and it's taking a bit more of a sweater shape now. It's just been the yoke for a really long time and didn't look very sweatery, but now it's starting to look a bit more sweatery. I've separated the sleeves and it's looking a bit better. It's a little bit curly. So you can see here, oh God, it looks tiny. When I put it up like that, oh, it looks like a baby's jumper. That's a bit weird. Now it looks normal. So you've got sleeves and the body of the sweater. It is sort of squished up on needles, so, but I have measured it and it does appear to be the correct size, hopefully. And it is very, very stretchy, so it will indeed fit, I hope. So you've got this happening here and that happening on the inside, and it's growing. You can see I've done like an inch since I separated for the armholes. So yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I don't know how long that's going to take me before it's finished. I don't know if it'll be finished before Bendigo, but maybe it'll be finished in time to include it in Stash Dash. So it'd be a good one to add to the Stash Dash total if I can get it done by then. It's nice and squishy and it'll be so warm and comfortable to wear, so I should keep working on it, plodding away. It's a good one to just pick up and work on when you're not really sure what to work on, or you don't have time to think about a pattern or anything like that, because you don't have to think about it. You just pick it up and knit around. You don't have to think about anything. So that is a good pattern. It's not a bad travel pattern as long as you're not trying to conserve space, because you can imagine it takes up a bit of space. So that is that whip. Still going on it. And speaking of brioche jumpers, or sweaters, this isn't so much a whip, but it's a future whip, so I will show you. You may remember several episodes ago, and for a few episodes, I've been showing you some spinning that I've been doing for a brioche sweater that I'm going to make. And let's see if it's even possible to... Oh, yes, it is. Hello. These are my yarns that I've hand spun for my sweater. I've got notifications popping up all over my screens. It's really annoying. So, I'm really excited to be thinking about this one. I don't know when I'm going to get the chance to start it. I want to knit it right now. But I've got a few more things that are a bit more urgent, but I just want to knit it right now. It's going to be so warm and cozy, and I think it's going to be pretty cool as well. So you can see they're all pretty awesome. Look at that. The sparkles in that are mad. I love it. And more sparkles. So that is a future cast on of a brioche sweater. Now I've got one more whip, and then I've got an almost FO, and then I've got a bit of chit chat, but I've got to be quick. So this is a whip. You can see I finished this sock except for Kitchener-ing the toe. So isn't this gorgeous? Oh my gosh. It's sort of getting a little bit blown out because it's suddenly gone really overcast, and that tends to blow out the light in here. But, oh my goodness. This self-striping sock yarn is from Heather Made, and she is a Victorian hand dyer. She's from the east of my state in Gippsland, and whilst I'd heard of her before, I hadn't used any of her yarn before, although I had been admiring it for a long time. But she was at the Victorian Hand Knitters Guild yarn market on Sunday that I attended, and I could not go home without this. This colourway is called Daisy Chain, and it's actually a little bit darker than it is showing up on the screen. It's really getting blown out on the screen there. And I've started my second sock. So I was so excited about this colourway that I started it as soon as I got home on Sunday, and I had it finished by Tuesday morning, the first sock, and then I started on this one yesterday. Because I had a little excursion into the city yesterday, and I didn't get a whole lot done because I was busy doing other things, but yeah, really, really happy with this. So let me tell you a little bit about the Hand Knitters Guild of Victoria Yarn Market. I may have mistakenly called it the Black and Coloured Sheep Association Yarn Market to some people, so please forgive me if I was one of the people I accidentally called it the wrong name to, but it's the Hand Knitters Guild of Victoria Yarn Market at the Coburg Town Hall, and they hold it each year. It's really awesome, and I went last year for the first time, and I went again this year because I enjoyed it so much last year. And this year I had the pleasure of going with some of my lovely ladies from my knitting group here in my town. Hello to Di and Lisa and Kira. Hello. And we did a little bit of a road trip over there, over the hills from our valley into the city. And it was so much fun. I saw so many people that I know just from online, so it was really nice to meet them in real life. And I saw lots of people that I know in real life but hardly ever get to see because we all live so far apart. So that was great, and I got to see lots of dyers that were new to me, and yarn producers that I know from online but hadn't really seen their wares in real life, so that was amazing. I got a rather extensive haul, and I won't show it all to you today, but I will show it all to you as I use it. And I think that's more exciting when you can see it actually in action. And everything that I got is spoken for, so I felt okay about that. I didn't just go willy-nilly shopping. Actually, except for one thing that I totally finished shopping, and then I went back in to collect one of my friends, and I saw something and I was like, I can't leave that here, and accidentally bought it. But everything else is totally spoken for, and I started using it as soon as I walked in the door at home, and I've already gotten through, 2 skeins, so this was something else that I got there. And I had such a great day. It was such a good day. So if you're in Melbourne next year in the third weekend in May, it'll be on again, I'm sure, and it's a really great yarn market to go to. So that's what I did this weekend. It was really cool. Now I've got one FO, but it's only a partial FO, and I'm sort of feeling a bit about it, and you'll see why. So my FO is my boundless cape. Now I took extensive measurements and I did extensive swatching, yet my finished piece still came out too small, and not just a little bit too small, but insane, like totally unusable too small. And I blocked the hell out of it. It was an extremely aggressive block, to the point where the fabric the blocking was much more aggressive than you would usually use for cabled fabric, because you don't typically want to do an aggressive blocking on cable fabric because you then destroy the nature of the cable fabric. But it was going to be unusable because of the smallness if I didn't aggressively block it, so I did it anyway. Still too small, so I got even crazier with the blocking, and it kind of fits now, but I've been a bit slow with the finishing because I only feel a bit in love with them. But I'll get around to finishing it. But let me show you. Like, it's still beautiful, but let me just put the hood on. Let's all have a little chuckle. So, the hood part, yeah, that works. Oh, I guess it's okay. Once you do this part up, let me get all my hair out of it. Once you do that bit up, like, it's totally wearable, right? But I wanted it to be like do-uppable a couple of buttons down, like that, right? So 1, 2, 3, I don't know, 3 buttons or so, and then still like a bit roomy around my arms, so I could, use my arms. And this is after like crazy blocking. Like, I thought I might rip the fabric kind of blocking. When I first did it, like, it would have been maybe here. When I first finished it, it would have possibly gotten to there, and that would have been with stretching it. I couldn't have even put it around my neck. Like, it was just bananas. I don't know what went wrong. I'm sure it's just a combination of me miscalculating things, not taking everything into account. I don't know. what went wrong. Anyway, I initially wanted to put some little I-cord button loops on, but I've decided that's not going to work because because it's not big enough, it's going to they're going to gape apart and it's not going to look great. And with the button loops, they're going to separate and it's not going to look good. So I've got some large hook and eye, the kinds you use on fur coats. They're sort of fabric covered large hook and eye situation. I don't know how to describe them, but they're the sort you have on fur coats. And I figure I can sort of disguise them underneath. I don't know how it's going to work, but I sort of feel a bit, I don't know, I don't feel awesome about it. And I was so excited when I was making it, and I put everything else to the back burner because I wanted to have this finished in time to wear it on Sunday, and I totally got it finished and blocked, and then it didn't fit and I was really annoyed and I just left it. And this is the first time I've picked it up since finishing it on the weekend. Maybe I'll fall back in love with it once oh God, what's happening with my hair in there? Once I put the clips back on it, but I don't know, you get the idea. Oh, maybe it's not that bad, I don't know. Also, I did notice that this top that I'm wearing, when you can't see the rest of my outfit, it kind of looks like I'm wearing pyjamas. But I didn't realise that until I could only see my top half in this video. But I promise it is indeed day wear. Anyway, I think I've finished everything now. I've talked about my disappointing FO. I've talked about all my really fun whips I'm really excited about, and my really fun time at the Hand Knitters Guild yarn market. And I will see you all again in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks.